Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। सामवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for All session. So what would you like me to do today? Today is Nityananda Trayodasi in America. It is uh, Varaha Dwadasi in India, and we have our daily Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So what would you like me to do today? One thing is we can just continue with our Bhagavatam reading, so we'll have that going consistently. The other thing is I can read from Chaitanya Bhagavat, the chapter about the childhood pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. Uh, excuse me. okay, sorry. So we will do the childhood pastimes, right? Of Nityanand Prabhu. Great. So I'll just read from Chaitanya Bhagavat. We have a couple of chapters here. This is childhood pastimes. Sri Nityanandasya Balya Leela Tirtha Yatra Kathana. Description of Lord Nityananda's childhood pastimes and pilgrimage journey. The other thing we can do is, this is just like reading a story. The other thing we can do is, if I open in Veda base, we will have the shloka and translation and purport, but that will take long. We won't be able to read the whole thing. What do you say, Priyanka Mataji? Should we do the shloka or just read like this? This is fine.
I think Mataji just read like this
This is
so that
good.
we can cover more and hear more. Like,
Yes, yes.
I
Okay.
mean, that is always better, but this is as per time constraint. I think
Exactly.
this is
That
okay.
would be good, like the way we are doing Chaitanya Charitamrita every day, a little, little, little. That would be good.
Yes.
But one time, yeah, this is good. Okay, let's do this then. And actually, there are several chapters about Nityananda Prabhu in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Um, Various pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu, like the whole chapter is dedicated to the qualities of Nityananda Prabhu, glories of Nityananda Prabhu. Let's see how much time we'll have. We'll just read. So this is from Adi Khanda of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, chapter 9, description of Lord Nityananda's childhood pastimes and pilgrimage journey. Glory, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is an ocean of mercy. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, the friend of the hopeless souls. Nityananda Prabhu is the friend of the hopeless souls who have no shelter. Glory to Lord Chaitanya, the life and treasure of Advaita Chandra. Glory to Lord Chaitanya, the wealth of Srivas and Gadadhar. Glory to Lord Vishwambar, the son of Sachi and Jagannath Mishra. Glory, glory to the dear devotees and followers of the Lord. By Lord Chaitanya's order, Anantasesh descended to this world in Radha Desh. So generally we think it's Radha Desh, it's not Radha Desh. We read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is Radha Desh, and even that Radha is actually an apabhransha. So Radha Desh. So by Lord Chaitanya's order, Anantasesh descended to this world in Radha Desh, where he enjoyed pastimes. Lord Nityananda, who is the supreme ruler of West Bengal, was born in the village of Ekachakra today, right? He was born in the village of Ekachakra. His father was Hadai Ojha and his mother Padmavati. From childhood, he was peaceful, intelligent, and virtuous. The resting place of all handsomeness, he defeated millions of Kamdevs. Because of his presence, the land of Radhadesh became all auspicious. Famine and poverty were completely broken. On the day when Lord Chaitanya was born in Navadvip, so first Nityananda Prabhu appeared. So on the day when Lord Chaitanya was born in Navadvip, Lord Nityananda in Radhadesh roared with happiness. That roar filled countless universes. It made the entire material world fall unconscious. That roar filled countless universes and it made the entire material world fall unconscious. Someone said that was a thunderbolt. Someone else thought that was a great calamity. Someone else said, I know the reason for that sound. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the ruler of Bengal, is now roaring with happiness. Although they spoke these different explanations, no one could understand the truth about Lord Nityananda, for they were all bewildered by the Lord's Maya potency. Concealing his true identity, Lord Nityananda happily played with the other boys. Playing games with the other boys, Lord Nityananda imitated Lord Krishna's pastimes. They never played games that were not imitations of the Lord's pastimes. So, what were the plays of Nityananda Prabhu? childhood plays, he would imitate Lord Krishna's pastimes. There wouldn't be any games which were not imitations of the Lord's pastimes. The boys pretended they were the council of the demigods. One boy, pretending he was the earth goddess, presented an appeal. After hearing the earth's prayers, the boys would go to a river bank, and there they would offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that river would be Milk Ocean, right? One boy, pretending he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, would say, I will take birth in Mathura, Gokul. Some evenings, Lord Nityananda and the boys would enact the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki, making a prison room late at night. They enacted Lord Krishna's birth when no one was awake. So actually, they would do this pastime late in the night when everyone else was sleeping. Making a prison room late at night, they enacted Lord Krishna's birth when no one was awake. They created a Gokul, took Krishna there, and then tricked Kamsa by giving him Mahamaya. One day, Lord Nityananda dressed one boy as Putana. Another boy climbed on his chest, pretending to drink Putana's breast. One day, Lord Nityananda and the boys made a cart out of reeds and then tore it to pieces, Shakatasur. Accompanied by the boys, Lord Nityananda entered unseen into a milkman's house and stole from him. The boys, so Krishna stealing butter, right? So, accompanied by the boys, they would actually go into some milkman's house and steal. The boys never left Lord Nityananda and returned to their homes. They wouldn't go to their homes, they would stay with Nityananda Prabhu. Day and night they played with him. The boys' parents also, they never rebuked Lord Nityananda. Why you're taking our children, we don't know where. No, they would not rebuke Lord Nityananda. Rather, they affectionately embraced him. They all said, we have never seen anything like these glorious games. How does a small boy know so much about Lord Krishna's pastimes? One day, making a Kalia serpent out of leaves, they went to the water with all the boys. The boys jumped up and then fell down unconscious. Then Lord Nityananda brought them back to life. Another day, that means they actually became unconscious. And Nityananda Prabhu brought them back to life. Another day, Lord Nityananda and the boys went to Talavan, killed Dhenukasur, and ate tal fruits. Accompanied by the boys, Lord Nityananda played games where he killed Bakasura, Aghasura, Vatsasura. In the late afternoon, as he and his friends returned home, he would play the buffalo horn bugle again and again. So, late afternoon, they would imitate the pastime that Krishna is returning from the pastures. So they would play the buffalo horn bugle again and again. One day he played that he was lifting Govardhan hill. Another day he created Vrindavan forest and played there. Another day he stole the gopis' garments. Another day he revealed himself to the Yagyapatnis. A boy dressed up as Narada with long hair and a beard. A boy dressed up as Narada with long hair and a beard and gave advice to Kamsa in a secluded place. Another day, a boy dressed up as Akrura and brought Krishna and Balaram on Kamsa's order. Lord Nityananda personally took the part of a gopi and wept a river of tears as the boys looked on. Bewildered by Lord Vishnu's Yogamaya, no one understood Lord Nityananda's true identity. All the boys happily played with him. Creating the city of Mathura, Lord Nityananda walked about with the boys. One boy became a garland maker. So now they went to Mathura. So they would do pastimes of Krishna in Mathura. One boy became a garland maker. Others became wrestlers in the wrestling arena. Another boy dressed up as Kubja and carried fragrances. Lord Nityananda made a bow, broke it, and made a loud sound. After killing Kuvalaya Pida and the wrestlers, Chanura and Mushtika, Lord Nityananda threw Kamsa to the ground and grabbed his hair. After killing Kamsa, Lord Nityananda danced with the boys. Seeing the playing of the boys, all the people smiled and laughed. Lord Nityananda acted out the pastimes of the Supreme Lord's incarnations. So far, these were all the pastimes of Lord Krishna that Nityananda Prabhu enacted with his friends. Not only of Krishna, but he would act out the pastimes of the Supreme Lord's incarnations. One day, Lord Nityananda became Vamana and cheated Bali out of the worlds. One boy dressed up as old Shukracharya and forbade Bali to give charity. Bali gave the charity, and in the end, Vamana stepped on his head. So that was Vamandev's pastime. Another day, all the boys became monkeys, and Lord Nityananda built the bridge to Lanka, cutting some castor trees and throwing them in the water. The boys exclaimed, "Glory to Ramachandra!" Playing the part of Lakshman, Lord Nityananda grabbed a bow and angrily went to meet Sugriva. Yes. So when for those 4 months of Chaturmas, Lord Ramchandra just waited, right? And then meanwhile, Sugriva, after Bali was killed, he was enjoying with women, getting intoxicated. So Lakshman got angry. So Nityananda Prabhu is playing the role of Lakshman. He grabbed a bow and angrily went to meet Sugriva. He said, "Oh monkey, my lord has become unhappy. If you wish to keep your life, then you must come with me at once. My master unhappily stays on Malyavan mountain. My boy, what happiness will you find by staying with these women?" Another day, Lord Nityananda angrily said to Parashuram, "Oh Brahmana, I am not at fault. Now you must flee at once." When Lord Nityananda played the part of Lakshman, the other boys did not understand what was really happening. They thought it was only a game. Some boys played the parts of the 5 monkeys. Lord Nityananda, playing the part of Lakshman, asked them, "Who are you monkeys wandering from forest to forest? I am a servant of Ramachandra. Please tell me who you are." The boys replied, "We wander out of fear of Bali. Please show us to Lord Ramchandra. Then we can touch the dust of his feet." Lord Nityananda embraced them and took them with him. Then they offered Dandavat obeisances to Lord Ramchandra's feet. One day, Lord Nityananda played the pastime of killing Indrajit. So, all this is Ramayana. One day, Lord Nityananda played the pastime of killing Indrajit. Another day, he was wrapped in playing the part of Lakshman. He made one boy play the part of Vibhishan. He took the boy to Lord Ramchandra, who crowned him king of Lanka. One boy declared, "I am Ravana. Now I will kill you with my Shakti Shila weapon. Protect yourself, O Lakshman." Saying this, the boy struck Lord Nityananda with a lotus flower. So Ravana shooting arrow at Lakshman. So this pastime was being enacted. So one boy threw a lotus at Nityananda Prabhu, as if Ravana shooting an arrow. And the Lord Nityananda Prabhu, when he was hit by that lotus, the Lord promptly fell to the ground. Wrapped in thinking of himself as Lakshman, the Lord fainted. Everyone tried to waken him, but he would not be wakened. There was no consciousness anywhere in his body. Placing their heads in their hands, the boys wept. Hearing of this, the Lord's mother and father ran there. They saw that there was no consciousness in his body. They fainted and fell to the ground. Seeing this, everyone was surprised. So what happened? Nityananda Prabhu became unconscious when he was hit by that lotus. And everyone was worried. The boys who were playing the drama, they all started crying, telling him, "Wake up, my brother, wake up," like that. They were crying. And then soon everyone else came. The parents also came. All the villagers came and they saw what happened to Nityananda. And they all became unconscious, seeing that he was motionless. They fainted and fell to the ground. And the people who were looking at this, they all became surprised. When the boys described all that had happened, someone said, "I know the reason for this. Previously, when he heard the words, Ram went to the forest, the boy actor pretending to be Dasharath acted as if the life had left his body. If someone dresses like Hanuman and gives him medicine, then this boy will become cured. Previously, the Lord instructed everyone, when I fall to the ground, you all gather around me and weep. After a moment's delay, send for Hanuman. When he holds the medicine to my nose, my life will return." Entering the mood of Lakshman, Lord Nityananda fell unconscious. Seeing this, the boys became very worried. They forgot all about the drama, right? They became worried. Everyone was bewildered. The Lord's instruction did not appear in their thoughts. Saying, "Rise, brother," they loudly wept. Hearing these words from someone's mouth, the boys remembered. A boy dressed like Hanuman at once ran off. Then another boy, dressed as an ascetic, met Hanuman on the path. So one boy became Hanuman and he ran off where? To find that Sanjeevani, right? And while he was going, he meets another boy on the way and he's dressed like a sadhu and he praises Hanumanji and offered him fruits and roots. He said, "Stay here, my son, and bless my ashram. I am very fortunate to meet a person like yourself." Hanuman replied, "I must continue on my mission. I wish to go, I cannot stay. You must have heard that Ravana hit Ramchandra's younger brother Lakshman with a Shakti Shila weapon and made him fall unconscious. That is why I am now going to the Gandhamadana mountain. Getting medicine there, I will save his life." Then the ascetic said, "If you must go, then first bathe and eat. Then you will be victorious." Filled with wonder, now this whole drama is going on, right? Play. So everyone else is still looking. Nityanand Prabhu is still unconscious, right? And this pastime is going on. This performance is going on. Drama is going on. So filled with wonder, everyone gazed at the boys as they spoke these lines Lord Nityananda gave them, right? So on one hand, Nityananda Prabhu is unconscious and everyone is still playing their role perfectly. So the onlookers were amazed at what was going on. After the ascetic spoke these words, Hanuman went to bathe in a lake. A boy who was waiting in the water grabbed Hanuman's foot, dressed as a crocodile. The boy pulled Hanuman into the water. Then the boy Hanuman dragged the crocodile onto the shore. After a few moments of battle, heroic Hanuman defeated the crocodile. Then a boy dressed as a Rakshasa tried to eat Hanuman. So this crocodile actually turned into a Rakshasa and tried to eat Hanuman. The Rakshasa said, "You defeated." No. The crocodile was defeated, and then Hanuman ji came back to the ashram. And in the ashram, instead of that sadhu, he sees a Rakshasa. So the boy dressed as a Rakshasa tried to eat Hanuman. The Rakshasa said, "You defeated the crocodile. How will you defeat me? I will eat you. Then how will you save Lakshman's life?" Hanuman replied, "Your Ravana is a dog. He is pathetic. You should flee." First, they hurled insults at each other. Then they pulled each other's hair. Then they fought with fists. After a few moments, Hanuman playfully defeated the Rakshasa and then went to Gandhamadana mountain. Then Hanuman battled with some boys dressed as Gandharvas. After defeating the Gandharvas, Hanuman, see, they're playing enacting every detail, not that just quickly run and get that and come back and then give it to Nityananda Prabhu. No, they're playing every detail as it was taught to them by Nityananda Prabhu, their dialogues and everything. Then Hanuman battled with some boys dressed as Gandharvas. After defeating the Gandharvas, Hanuman carried Gandhamadana mountain on his head, dressed as a physician, and placing the medicine to Lord Nityananda's nose. A boy said, "Remember Sri Ram." Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, at once stood up. Seeing this, his mother, father, and everyone else smiled and laughed. Hadai Pandit ran to the Lord and embraced him. All the boys were happy. Everyone said, "Son, where did you learn all this?" Smiling, the Lord replied, "These are my pastimes." In his early youth, the Lord was very handsome. The people could not turn their hearts from embracing him. Everyone loved him more than they loved their own sons. Still, overcome by Lord Vishnu's Yogamaya, they could not understand his true identity. In this way, Lord Nityananda spent his childhood. Lord Krishna's pastimes alone and nothing else pleased him. Shunning the homes of their fathers and mothers, the boys spent every moment playing with Lord Nityananda. I offer my respectful obeisances to the feet of all those boys who played with Lord Nityananda. In this way, Lord Nityananda enjoyed pastimes when he was a boy. Enjoyed pastimes. When he was a boy, Lord Krishna's pastimes alone and nothing else were pleasing and splendid to him. Who can understand the pastimes of Lord Anantasesh? These pastimes are manifested before a person who has attained the Lord's mercy. For 12 years, Lord Nityananda stayed at home in this way. After that, he went on pilgrimage. After going on pilgrimage, then for how long did he travel? For 20 years, he went on pilgrimage. So he was 12 when he left home, and then for 20 years, he went on pilgrimage, traveling. Then at last, he attained the sight of Lord Chaitanya. That means 32 years after his appearance in this world. Then at last he attained the sight of Lord Chaitanya. Please hear of Lord Nityananda's pilgrimages in this Adikanda. Whoever criticizes Lord Nityananda is wicked, sinful, and an offender. Lord Nityananda has delivered the entire world. He is an ocean of mercy. No one is like him. By his mercy, I have understood the truth about Lord Chaitanya. By his mercy, Lord Chaitanya's glory becomes revealed. Please hear how Lord Chaitanya's dearest associate, Lord Nityananda, traveled to the holy places. Yes, hear about Nityananda Prabhu's travels. Lord Nityananda first went to Vakreshwar Tirtha. Just listen to this. It's very, very purifying. Lord Nityananda first went to Vakreshwar Tirtha. Then he went to Ekeshwar in Vaidyanath forest. Then he went to Gaya and then to Varanasi, the capital city of Lord Shiva. There, the Ganga flows from the north. Yes, flows from the north. Seeing the Ganga, Lord Nityananda became very happy. He bathed in it and drank from it. Unhappiness could not approach him. Then he went to Prayag, where he bathed at sunrise in the month of Magh. Very cold, but he would bathe. Then he went to Mathura, his home in his previous birth. He enjoyed water pastimes at Vishram Ghat in Yamuna. Then he happily wandered on Govardhan Hill. Then he went to the 12 forests that begin with Vrindavan forest. One by one, he wandered in them all. Gazing at Nanda's home in Gokul, he sat down and wept many tears. Then the Lord offered obeisances to the Madan Gopal deity. Then he went to Hastinapur, the Pandavas' capital city. Seeing the home of his devotees, the Lord again wept. Empty of true devotion, the residents of the holy place did not understand why he wept. Seeing Lord Balaram's glories in Hastinapur, Lord Nityananda called out, "Oh Balaram, please deliver me." It's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu crying for Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu is crying for Balaram. "Oh Balaram, please deliver me," and fell down to offer obeisances. Then Lord Nityananda went to Dwaraka. He bathed in the sea. He was very happy. Then Lord Nityananda went to Siddhapur, the home of Lord Kapila. At Matsya Tirtha, Lord Nityananda distributed food in a great festival. Then Lord Nityananda went to Shiva Kanchi and Vishnu Kanchi. Seeing the great battles of the two opposing sides, Lord Nityananda laughed. Then the Lord went to Kurukshetra, Prithudaka, Bindu Sarovar, Prabhasa, and Sudarshan Tirtha. Then he went to very holy Tritakupa, Vishala, Brahmatirtha, and Chakratirtha. Then the noble-hearted Lord went to Pratisrota, Prachi Saraswati, and Naimisharanya, should be end. Then Lord Nityananda went to Ayodhya city. Seeing Lord Ramchandra's birthplace, he wept many tears. Then he went to King Guhaka Chandala's kingdom. There Lord Nityananda fell in a deep trance. Simply by remembering King Guhaka Chandala, Lord Nityananda remained in a blissful trance for 3 days. Gazing at the forests where Lord Ramchandra walked, Lord Nityananda, overcome with feelings of separation, rolled about on the ground. Then the Lord went to the Sarayu, bathed in the Kaushiki, and went to the holy ashram of Pulastya Muni. After bathing in the sacred Gomati, Gandaki, and Sona, the Lord climbed the summit of Mount Mahendra. There he offered obeisances to Lord Parashuram. Then Lord Nityananda went to Hardwar, the birthplace of the Ganga. Then the Lord bathed in the Pampa, Bhimarathi, Sapta Godavari, Venva, and Vipasha. After seeing Madurai, noble-hearted Lord Nityananda went to Sri Parvat, where he saw Shiva and Parvati. Disguised as a Brahmana and Brahmani, Shiva and Parvati live on Sri Parvat. Shiva and Parvati could understand that the object of their worship now stood before them in the form of an Avadhuta. Filled with happiness, Shiva and Parvati gazed at their guest. Parvati happily cooked. She respectfully offered the meal to Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda smiled and offered respectful obeisances to them both. Only Lord Krishna knows the confidential topics they discussed. Then Lord Nityananda went to the southern provinces. After seeing Lord Venkatanatha, that means Tirupati, Lord Nityananda went to Kamakosh Kanchi, and the sacred Kaveri. Then he went to Lord Ranganath's holy abode. Then he went to Harikshetra. Then he went to Rishabha Parvat, Dakshina Mathura, Kritamala, Tamraparni, and Uttara Yamuna. Then he went to Agastya Muni's ashram in the Malaya hills. The saintly sage was very happy to see him. After staying there for some time as a guest, Lord Nityananda very happily went to Badrikashram. Lord Nityananda stayed for some days in Naranarayan's secluded ashram. Then Lord Nityananda went to Vyasa's ashram. Vyasa understood that Nityananda was Lord Balaram himself. Vyasa treated the Lord with great hospitality. The Lord offered Dandavat obeisances to Vyasa. Then Lord Nityananda went to a Buddhist ashram. The Lord saw the Buddhists sitting. The Lord asked questions. No one answered. Angry, the Lord kicked them in the head. The Buddhists fled. Laughing and laughing, fearless Lord Nityananda wandered in the forest. Then the Lord went to the town of Kanyakubja. After seeing the goddess Durga, he went to the southern ocean. So that must be Kanyakumari. Then Lord Nityananda went to Sri Anantapur. Then he went to Panchapsara Sarovar. In Gokarna, he visited the temple of Shiva. In Kerala and Trigartha, he went from house to house. After seeing Dvaipayini Arya, Lord Nityananda enjoyed pastimes of visiting Nirvindhya, Payoshni, and Tapti. Then he went to Reva, Mahishmatipuri, Mallatirtha, and Surparaka. Then the Lord turned west. In this way, fearless and blissful Lord Nityananda wandered. He never feared. His body was always overcome with love for Lord Krishna. One moment he wept, the next moment he laughed. Who can understand the nectar he tasted? In this way, Lord Nityananda wandered. By divine arrangement, he saw Madhavendra Puri. We're reading about Madhavendra Puri in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Nityananda Prabhu actually met with Madhavendra Puri. By divine, what to speak of, met with Madhavendra Puri. He is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. In this way, Lord Nityananda wandered. By divine arrangement, he saw Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri's body was filled with love for Krishna. His followers were also filled with love for Krishna in the same way. He tasted only the nectar of Lord Krishna and nothing else. Lord Krishna enjoyed pastimes in Madhavendra Puri's body. Lord Advaita Acharya himself is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. How can I describe the great spiritual love Madhavendra Puri felt? Seeing Madhavendra Puri, Lord Nityananda at once fainted out of spiritual love and fell motionless. Seeing Lord Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri also fainted. He forgot who he was. Again and again, Lord Chaitanya declared, Madhavendra Puri is the root and trunk of the nectar Kalpavriksha tree of devotional service. Seeing Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri both unconscious because of seeing each other, Ishwara Puri and the other disciples wept. When they regained external vision, Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri held each other's necks and wept. Tasting the nectar of love for Krishna, the two of them rolled in the sand. They called out, overcome with love for Krishna. A stream of love flowed from their eyes. The earth thought herself fortunate to be bathed by that stream. There was no end to their ecstatic symptoms of trembling, tears, and bodily hairs standing erect. Lord Chaitanya enjoyed pastimes in their bodies. Lord Nityananda said, I have visited many holy places. Today I have attained the fruit of all those visits. Today my eyes have seen the feet of Madhavendra Puri. Now that I have seen the great spiritual love he bears, my life has become fortunate. Embracing Lord Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri gave no answer. His throat was blocked with tears of love. His spiritual love was such that Madhavendra Puri did not let Lord Nityananda leave his chest. Ishwara Puri, Brahmananda Puri, and the other disciples were also filled with love for Lord Nityananda. In the past, Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri had spoken with many saintly persons, but they had never seen this kind of love for Lord Krishna manifested on those persons' bodies. By speaking with wicked people, they became unhappy. After wandering in the forest, now they could see each other. Now all their unhappiness was destroyed. As they gazed at each other, pure love for Lord Krishna became manifested within them. Lord Nityananda happily spent some days blissfully talking with Madhavendra Puri about Lord Krishna. Madhavendra Puri's descriptions of Lord Krishna are very wonderful. When he saw a dark rain cloud, Madhavendra Puri would fall unconscious. Day and night it was as if he were drunk on love for Krishna. He would laugh, weep, and call out, Hi, 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 hi. Lord Nityananda was also drunk by tasting the nectar of Lord Krishna. Again and again he would tremble, fall to the ground, and laugh aloud. Seeing the wonderful spiritual love of these two, the disciples chanted Hari, Hari again and again. Drinking the nectar of love for Lord Krishna, they did not know whether it was day or night, what was the time, or in whose home they were staying. Who knows the conversations Lord Nityananda had with Madhavendra Puri? Only Lord Krishna knows. Madhavendra Puri could not leave Lord Nityananda's company. Again and again he enjoyed pastimes with Lord Nityananda. Madhavendra Puri said, I have not seen this kind of spiritual love. Wherever this love is present, all the holy places stay. Who is saying? Madhavendra Puri is saying about Nityananda. May I know? Now I know that Lord Krishna is merciful to me. Now I have a friend like Nityananda. If Nityananda is present, then any place becomes Vaikunta and all holy places. Whoever hears from a devotee like Nityananda will certainly attain Lord Krishna. Whoever hears from a devotee like Nityananda will certainly attain Lord Krishna. Whoever has even a single sesame seed of hatred for Nityananda will not, even though he may be a devotee, be dear to Lord Krishna. Day and night, Madhavendra Puri spoke about Lord Nityananda in this way. His heart was filled with love for him. Lord Nityananda considered Madhavendra Puri his spiritual master. He did not think of anyone else in this way. Overcome with love for Lord Krishna, these two great souls did not know whether it was day or night. After staying with Madhavendra Puri for some days, Lord Nityananda at last left for Setubandha. Madhavendra Puri went to see the Sarayu. Overcome with love for Lord Krishna, Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri did not remember the existence of their own bodies. This is how devotees protect their lives when they are separated from Krishna. You understand? They were so attached to each other that they couldn't live without each other. Right? They did, like Madhavendra Puri wouldn't even let go of Nityananda Prabhu from his chest. He would hold him like that. Then how they got separated? Nityananda Prabhu went in one direction, Madhavendra Puri went in another direction. Is it like, oh, now I have had enough association, now I can go? No, we cannot take it like that. But because they are not conscious of their bodies, they're not conscious of whether it is day or night or where they are, who they are. They're completely unconscious. So that's how their life is protected. Otherwise, because of separation, they cannot live even for a moment. With Krishna also, separation from Krishna, if a devotee is separated from Krishna, he cannot live. But because he's not even aware of himself, of his where he is, and he doesn't have any external vision, so he doesn't even see the separation. That's how he is able to sustain his life. So this is how Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Prabhu went on their paths, because they were not aware of external events. Persons who hear how Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri saw each other will become wealthy with love for Lord Krishna. So whoever heard this, they'll become very wealthy with not dollars, you'll become wealthy with love for Lord Krishna. Tasting the nectar of Lord Krishna, Lord Nityananda traveled for some days and finally came to Setubandha. The Lord bathed in Dhenutirtha and then went to Rameshwaram and Vijayanagara. After seeing Mayapuri, Avanti, and the Godavari, the Lord went to Jiyada Narasimhapuri. Then, after seeing Tirumala and Lord Kurma's sacred place, Lord Nityananda went to see Lord Jagannath, the moon of Neelachal. Thus, he came to Jagannath Puri. When he saw the flag there, unconsciousness suddenly entered Lord Nityananda's body. So this is before Nityananda Prabhu met with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this coming to Jagannath Puri. So he became unconscious, simply seeing the flag. In a vision, he saw four-handed, blissful Lord Jagannath surrounded by his devotees. Seeing this vision, his bodily hair stood erect, and again Lord Nityananda fainted. Again he became aware of the external world, and then again he fell to the ground. He trembled and perspired. The hairs of his body stood erect. He shed tears. He fell to the ground. He loudly called out. Who can understand Lord Nityananda's symptoms of ecstatic love? In this way, Lord Nityananda stayed in Jagannath Puri. After seeing Jagannath Puri, he went to Ganga Sagar. Who can describe Lord Nityananda's visits to the holy places? Only by the Lord's mercy I am able to write a little about them. In this way, Lord Nityananda traveled to the holy places. At the end, he returned to Mathura. From then on, he stayed always in Vrindavan. So, after visiting all holy places, where did Nityananda Prabhu go? He went to Mathura and stayed in Vrindavan. Overcome with love for Lord Krishna, he did not know whether it was day or night. He did not eat. Sometimes he drank milk, if it was given without asking. Concealing his true identity, Lord Chaitanya stays in Navadvip, right? He is in Navadvip, but he is hiding his true identity, right? He is living as a scholar, right? Like a proud scholar. So, hiding his true identity, Lord Chaitanya now stays in Navadvip. And where is Nityananda Prabhu at this time? He is in Vrindavan. This thought entered Lord Nityananda's mind. So, while he is in Vrindavan, this thought came to his mind that my Lord Chaitanya is now in Navadvip, hiding his true identity. He thought, when he openly reveals his true opulences, then I will go and serve him. Now he is hiding, so I won't go now. I'll go when he openly reveals his true opulences. With this thought in his mind, Lord Nityananda did not leave Vrindavan and go to Navadvip. Again and again, he enjoyed pastimes in the Yamuna's waters. He would play games with the boys in the forest of Vrindavan. So Nityananda Prabhu would be playing with the little boys in the forest of Vrindavan. Although he is the all-powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Nityananda did not give to others Vishnu Bhakti, right? Was Nityananda Prabhu preaching to people, please chant? No. He didn't teach Vishnu Bhakti to anyone, devotional service to Lord Vishnu. Only when Lord Chaitanya openly manifested himself would Lord Nityananda, on his order, whose order? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, he would enjoy the pastimes of distributing love of Godhead, or pastimes of giving to others devotional service. The devotees of the Lord do not do anything without Lord Chaitanya's order. Neither do they feel that they have become unimportant because they act in that way. Ananta, Shiva, Brahma, and all the demigods carefully follow Lord Chaitanya's order in their duties of creation and destruction. These thoughts make sinners become unhappy at heart. True Vaishnavas always try to avoid seeing such sinners. You understand? Those who are devotees, even great personalities like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Anantasesh, they don't think that they become small by being obedient to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They don't compete with the Lord, right? But those who are sinners, they become unhappy. That if you're a devotee, then you have to remain subordinate to the Lord. You cannot be the master. They become unhappy. So, what is Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur saying? That true Vaishnavas always try to avoid seeing such sinners, right? Those are real devotees. They avoid seeing such sinners who become unhappy by hearing that the devotees of the Lord are always obedient and they carry out the orders of the Lord. So such sinners should be avoided. True Vaishnavas always try to avoid seeing such sinners. Still, Lord Nityananda directly looks at every living being in all the worlds. The devotees don't look at the sinners, but Nityananda Prabhu looks at the most fallen people. Lord Nityananda directly looks at every living being in all the worlds. He gives them a great wealth of love for Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda is the first devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya's glories always stay on Lord Nityananda's tongue. Day and night, Lord Nityananda speaks about Lord Chaitanya. A person who worships Lord Nityananda attains devotion to Lord Chaitanya. Again, day and night, Lord Nityananda speaks about Lord Chaitanya. So what does Nityananda? He's simply speaking about Lord Chaitanya. And a person who worships Lord Nityananda attains devotion to Lord Chaitanya. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By His mercy, the glories of Lord Chaitanya are openly manifested. By Lord Chaitanya's mercy, a person will love Lord Nityananda. Right? That means if anyone loves Lord Nityananda, then how is he able to love? It's because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. One who knows the truth about Lord Nityananda does not meet calamity. A person who would cross to the farther shore of the ocean of repeated birth and death, and from that shore dive into the ocean of devotional service, should worship Lord Nityananda. Some say Nityananda is like Lord Balaram. Others say he is the abode of deep love for Lord Chaitanya. Why do they not say, according to their whims, that Lord Nityananda is a sannyasi, or a devotee, or a philosopher, or even that he has nothing to do with Lord Chaitanya? Different people have different opinions. They may as well say these things. Still, I always keep Lord Nityananda's lotus feet carefully in my heart. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying. He keeps the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda very carefully in his heart. When the sinners blaspheme Lord Nityananda, I kick their heads. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya's intimate associates seem to criticize Lord Nityananda, right? Like Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. They always have these arguments. So sometimes Lord Chaitanya's intimate associates seem to criticize Lord Nityananda. These criticisms should be seen as praises only. Pure and wise Vaishnavas see these words spoken in mock quarrels are only jests. Persons who, understanding this in a different way, criticize Lord Nityananda will perish. Right? You take the side of someone else, one Vaishnava, and then you criticize Nityananda Prabhu, the person who is criticizing, he'll be finished. Persons who do not blaspheme Lord Nityananda and who stay on the path will certainly attain Lord Chaitanya. Will the day come when I will see Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, the two of them surrounded in the four directions by the great multitude of their devotees? Lord Nityananda is my absolute master. Taking shelter of him, I worship Lord Chaitanya. Birth after birth, I study Srimad Bhagavatam with Lord Nityananda as my teacher. That is my desire. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can give me Lord Nityananda or you can take him away from me. O Lord, please be merciful to me. I pray that you both will stay in my thoughts. Lord Nityananda is your great devotee. Unless you give him, no one can attain him. O Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda traveled to Vrindavan and other places until the time when you openly manifested yourself. A person who hears these descriptions of Lord Nityananda's travels to the holy places will attain a great wealth of pure love for Lord Krishna. So you'll all get Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service to Lord Krishna. Why? Because you have heard these descriptions of Lord Nityananda's travels to the holy places. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda, are my life and soul. I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their feet. So it took us so much time to read just one chapter. There are several chapters about the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. But I will stop here and let's see. If I get a chance, I may try to read more later. So all of you have a very happy, blessed Nityananda Trayodasi and with lots of mercy from Sri Sri Gauranitai and lot of devotional service opportunities. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for your prayers. Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.